Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Jinro and LiquidNazgul here on Metalopolis. LiquidNazgul spawning as the blue Protoss player over here at the 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock position. Meanwhile, we have Jinro spawning as pretty in pink Terran over here at the 12 o'clock position. So we'll see how this Terran versus Protoss matchup is going to work. Now, prior to patch 6, a lot of Terran versus Protoss really revolved around the Ghost EMP Shockwave, as the Ghost EMP Shockwave was just that devastating. Originally, it had a radius of 3, so it was a diameter of 6, and really, it was really pretty hard or pretty difficult to miss with an EMP Shockwave. However, in the most recent patch, the radius went from 3 to 2, and that is more than a 50% increase in the reduction of EMP Shockwave. So we'll see whether or not Jinro decides to go for Fast Ghost or if he tries to go for something else. I'm hoping that we just don't see Mash Marauder though. LiquidNazgul getting this pylon over here, perhaps going to get a gateway right in this position or here as well in order to try to minimize the walking time for those probes, enabling them to get back to mining much more quickly, trying to ensure that it maintains an economic advantage. Now, one thing to note, LiquidNazgul has plenty of energy on this Nexus, and there he goes. And I take it back. For a moment, I thought that he was trying to save that energy in order to mass Zealots off early in the game, perhaps go for a double gateway. Now, in a lot of Protoss versus Terran matchups, if you ever see the Protoss player go have a late Cybernetics core, then it's usually fairly safe in order to try to do some Reaper harass. As the Zealots move slower than a Reaper, you can just hit and run with those Reapers, take down the number of Zealots. However, as soon as a single Stalker is in play, that Stalker with that range will be able to deal a fair amount of damage. The gateway is now up and running. I'm assuming the Cybernetics core being placed down. Yeah, Cybernetics core being placed down, as a good Protoss player should whenever you fight on a map that has ledges against a Terran. Taking a look, Tech Lab now going down as well. We'll see what exactly the strategy is in fact going to be. And yes, Jinro is in fact going for Reapers. So it is going to be a Reaper versus Stalker battle. We'll see who has the better micro. If LiquidNazgul does get that Stalker out in time, that Reaper will significantly delay the tech of Jinro. Jinro only running off of a single gas right now, so not assuming too much in terms of macro elements. Also, no going for double Reapers. So double Reapers going for a definite strategy in trying to use those Reapers, whether or not Stalkers are going to be used. And now that Stalker being warped in, Chrono Boost not being used on that gateway on that Stalker, so that may be a little bit of an issue. We'll see how that's going to work. A pylon now being warped in as well, and now using that Chrono Boost, and in comes this Reaper. So this Reaper will be able to get off 2 or 3 shots and perhaps take down a couple of those probes. One probe already taking 1 hit, 1 more hit in order to finish it off. That Reaper should be able to take it down, and now getting zapped a little bit, but able to pull back away. That single Stalker now going to start chasing after that Reaper, so that Reaper was able to get 1 probe kill, but that's all it was able to do. So that Stalker in position to fight off against that Reaper. Reaper now perhaps going to try to make sure that there's no additional expansions anywhere around the map. Taking a look back over here, probe going to go ahead and try to head up this ramp. And are there 2 Reapers in position? Yeah, no, that's an SCV. Why is that SCV trying to take down that Mink statue? What did that statue ever do to it? So, yeah, so just moving and attacking, trying to take down that statue. Single Reaper sitting off on that high ground. And I believe that secondary Reaper was in fact cancelled as soon as he saw that Stalker and started try to save that. Save the gas for something else. Secondary gateway now being warped in as well. A warp gate research nearing completion. Reaper gonna perhaps try to test the waters once again. Does a single shot against that gateway and then realizes that it cannot stay there. So one's gonna go ahead and pull back out. Zeldnaga Watchtower being activated by that SCV, and the Zeldnaga, or sorry, that statue was in fact taken down by that SCV. As that Reaper still running around the map, trying to do a little bit of scouting at this stage in the game. Is that a Marauder? Yeah, Marauder now moving out as well. So Marauder now moving out. Triple gateway. I do not see a robotics facility yet. So quadruple gateway. LiquidNazgul going for a very heavy gateway build, and now also getting a couple sentries. So sentries, I'm not sure exactly what that strategy is for. Oh wow, Jinro getting an early command center over here. How did I miss this? So Jinro getting a high yield mineral expansion already, mining out. Also using those mules and those call down on that high yield mineral in order to try to increase the income production. And now we see there's already a significant advantage in terms of harvesting a 400 to 500 mineral per minute increase. Taking a look over here, we now have a supply depot and a couple marauders trying to keep guard. Taking a look at the armies as well, Jinro sitting on a 900 versus a 675. However, LiquidNazgul's army is a little bit, I guess, higher teched, as there are a fair amount of gas. In comes that Reaper trying to focus down one of those probes. Down goes that probe, and now that Reaper will be, in fact, be able to push back away. So that Reaper able to get 100 minerals and kills for 50 minerals and 50 gas. That poor Reaper, though, really going to be forced to push back away. The range on those sentries, I believe, are 5. Yeah, while the Reaper's is 4.5, so that's not going to really work out there. Bunker in position as well. We'll see what's going to be happening. Is the LiquidNazgul going to run up that ramp? Is in fact going to run up that ramp, find that SCV, take it down, and now Bunker is now going to go ahead and get loaded up. We'll see. We should probably have a Guardian Shield being used, and there are no Stalkers in this army, so that's going to be a fairly sizable army. Now LiquidNazgul getting a pylon on that low ground in order to start warping in more units. Taking a look, Marauders do in fact have that stim upgrade and also have those concussive shells in order to slow down those units. And wow, are we running off of 4 barracks shaft? Running off of 5 barracks now, and in comes this fight right here. Force shield being used up, trying to continue this fight. Zealots trying to get in position, unable to really surround those targets. However, that's a really bad move by these Zealots. And now down goes that one bunker, though. Mules now coming in as well. Not sure what the mules are doing here for. And now in come a lot of sentries. Those sentries able to focus down a lot of these units. Those Marauders moving very slowly. More force field, and very nicely done by Jinro in order to make sure that no additional units are able to come in. One Zealot getting caught on the wrong side of the fence, and now Jinro's expansion here is going to get taken down. So really miscalculation here. Jinro going to be forced to lift this orbital command and try to move it away. Stalkers now coming in. Stalkers fighting against those poor units, and now stim pack and those Stalkers being forced to pull back as well, as the stim packed Stalkers are able to move a little bit more quickly. Not an even fight here, even though LiquidNazgul is going to get focused down, moving, attacking. Down goes that last Stalker. Another force shield. Stalkers trying to run away. Marauders trying to run away, doing a little bit of that hit and run. One of those, that Zealot able to go ahead and pull back away. We have Jinro's orbital command is on fire, sitting over here, as we have a bunker gonna get salvage and a supply depot over here as well. Coming back once again, forcing those units to not be able to head back up that ramp. That is a huge move, stopping the retreat of those units. So all these Stalkers are gonna get taken down. Zealots trying to run back away. We'll see how this is gonna work. Down goes an additional Stalker. Is he gonna get another force field though to prevent those units from coming back around? Yeah, getting another force field, and very nice use of force field in order to just continue this fight. Three Stalkers on that high ground. Taking a look at the army though, the army sizes are fairly even at this stage in the game. Trying to go ahead and push back in. That one supply depot is still lowered, so units are still able to push in back and forth. Stay tuned for part 2 and the conclusion of this replay between LiquidNazgul and Jinro here on Metalopolis.